Hello and welcome to Let's Try. We're trying Linkito. This is the demo. Linkito? I don't know. If you are at all interested in trying this for yourself, the link will be in the description, but I have no guarantees that the demo will still be available. Sorry about that if it's not. This seemed really interesting. It seems like a logic puzzle game with a vibe. Albatown, okay. We got almost like a Mike Mignola thing going on here. Oh no, is this the lottery? Yay! What does that mean? I don't know. We'll find out maybe. Oh, I see. One person is chosen to actually live comfortably. Ah. Social commentary in my puzzle game? No. There you are. You look a little lost, but believe me, the worst is over. It's perfectly normal to experience a little memory loss. You've just been through the assignment ceremony, the most important event in the life of every employee citizen. You're the winner of Albatross Tech's annual lottery. Our wonderful President William Kane has allowed you to join our ranks. Show yourself worthy of such a privilege. But forgive me, I haven't introduced myself. I am Mr. Morgan, your supervisor. I'll be taking your assignment test today. That way we'll know which branch you'll be most effective in. We are in the Albatross Tech Assessment Center in the heart of Albatown, the last haven of peace on this planet, this is where we'll be conducting your evaluation. Would you like me to refresh your memory? Sure. Your memory will gradually return, but I'll remind you of a few details to help you out a little. You're on the only continent that wasn't wiped off the map after the Great War of 1890. Yes, we're the descendants of the last survivors, and thanks to Albatross Tech, we've been able to rebuild and reclaim this ruined continent. You come from the Forgotten Lands, the lands Albatross Tech left to the poor ignoramuses, who wouldn't join the ranks of employee citizens given the horrendous living conditions and the thousands of requests from these forgotten ones to join our ranks. William Kane, our beloved president, has created a great annual lottery. Every year we allow a forgotten one to join our paradise. You made the right choice entering it. You've left poverty behind you now. Right, first of all, let's start with a quick tour of the company before moving on to the assessment tests. If you're up to it, you'll probably start out in this repair workshop. The more you progress, the more interesting assignments you'll be given, right up to designing your own systems worthy of the greatness that is Albatross Tech. You'll learn how to create your own solutions and machines, to everyone's benefit. Some of our activities are a little more sensitive as we sometimes get targeted by a group of anarchist terrorists, the Hummingbirds. They're against order and want to see our beautiful Albatown in total chaos, so you'll have to prove yourself before I talk to you about it. Enough chit-chat, it's time for the assignment tests. Up to you to impress me. It won't be easy. I'm curious to see how a forgotten one does. Your role at Albatross Tech will depend on how well you do in today's tests. If you do well, you may be able to join my department. Don't get your hopes up. I only take the best. Let me show you how our devices work. Let's start with the basics. I assume you know how to create a connection. Drag here from an output in yellow to here. Oh, you have a lot more freedom there than I was expecting. You have to create a connection and press a button. I'm counting on you to get it right the first time. If it were up to me, we wouldn't give you such easy tests. So you can like really go hog wild with those wires. And then we push the button. Wow. Of course, you can only plug in one connection per socket, so you'll have to disconnect some to create new ones. Click on the end of a connection to remove it. You'll see it's child's play. So this is broken. We disconnect that, and then we connect this one, which is not broken. Cool, gotcha. We've added red connections to make sure nobody removes them. We don't want newcomers messing up the systems. Okay, never remove a red wire. We push that button so we can push this button so that we activate the thing. Sometimes you have to duplicate the signal. It's like a power strip, but maybe you don't have one of those at home. Forgotten one. So we have a power strip. We can duplicate the signal, but why? Why would we want to do that? Is this it? Is that it? For some reason, I thought that was going to be more complicated. This is a block that can either let the signal through or not. Oh, like an OR gate? Maybe not like an OR gate. It's controlled by the input at the top. Okay. So lets the current through or blocks it. So we need to... okay. It's a switch. I guess it's an if gate in a way, or I don't know how to put it. It's like it only works if it's receiving a signal. With these blocks, you should begin to understand how the logic works. So this duplicates the output. So what we want to do is connect that and then connect this and this so that it's receiving the signal while it's also switching on the signal. Okay. There are also generators that you can switch on and off as required. I'll leave you to experiment. You can turn it off or on. So in this instance, we can turn that on. Oh, I see. Once it's on, can we disconnect this? Oh, okay. So you're not required to like solve a puzzle all in one go. You can like interact with things. Interesting. It's got kind of an almost Zachtronics vibe, but not quite. Time to prove yourself. You're about to start the assignment test. Get ready. Fill the gauge or ask for help. I don't want to ask for help just yet. I like these kinds of puzzle games where you can like experiment. Exam. So we'll turn that off. So the diamonds are strictly speaking outputs. And then the blue circles are inputs. You move up the ladder. Take your card. Thank you. Heck yeah. Yeah, I like what this game's got going on so far. It's certainly got a lot of juice between these stages. New location unlocked. Repair. Continue. Okay. I knew you could do it. I've left you a few notes to help you out. Well done. You're actually doing pretty well for a forgotten one. I've got a vacancy on my engineering team as it happens. You're going to join my department, but don't rest on your laurels. You'll still have to prove yourself. As this is your first assignment, you start at the bottom of the ladder, but if you're efficient, I'll give you more interesting assignments. You have received your recognition card. It will give you access to Albatross equipment. It manages your authorization level using a point system. The higher you score, the more access you'll have to the various Albatross tech sites. Introducing Albatown. Prove yourself and you'll earn points that will increase your value to the company. This will give you access to other jobs spread across our various infrastructures. Okay. Interesting. So that was the tutorial. A few levels to test the game. I am already very sold on this. I very much would like to play this whole game. This is the little electronics workshop where Empire began. We kept it because it was here that William Kane created his first prototype. You'll be working here to begin with. Repairing various devices used by our employee citizens. Okay. Great potential. If you keep this up, you should climb the ladder quickly at Albatross, but don't get complacent just yet. Repair this toaster. Our employee citizens need to be able to eat well to be able to do their job efficiently. See that magnificent generator? It's central to Albatross technology. It generates power once it's switched on. I knew that. Okay, so we turn that on. Then we can open that. I see. So that only opens while it's powered. But now we need to be able to power or turn on that generator. We can apparently crisscross wires. The game is very forgiving about that. We turned on the toaster. Is that us repairing it? That Albatross Tech presentation is everything. You should also be taking care to look good. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, I guess it's talking about clothing. It's not talking about my fixes. Connect, disconnect. Okay, so let's turn that on. So this only opens while it's powered. All right, so this is kind of interesting. This is okay. Well, that'll let me power that as well. I don't know why. Oh, I see. That's a red connection. So what we should do is use this to power this. I'm not sure why. Right, because once we've switched that on, we don't have to switch it on again. So those are toggle switches as opposed to having or needing to receive power constantly. Optimal working conditions, that's what we offer at Albatown, and we make all the necessary equipment available. So I think the first thing is we want to turn that on before we do like basically anything else, and then we can turn that on, and we can turn this on. But do we want to do it that way? Because right now, let's power this on, because this switch is available from the outside, right? So we can turn that, we can connect those up, and then power this without this lid being open. And we turned on a fan. Look at that. Output selector. For selecting the output. Oh, I see. So, okay. So yeah, it's a switch. So this is a safe that we need to turn on. It seems like we need to switch that. We need to switch this, right? Because that is the only thing connecting to the safe. So we need to be able to toggle this on, and then we need to be able to power it. There's a lot of things going on here. Output selector. Is this just sort of explaining to me how those work? I'm fooling around right now. You cannot create this connection loop. Okay, all right, good to know. So if I do that, it powers it on and also turns it on. And then this will just like, then I can just like turn this on. I think that this is meant as a kind of a tutorial, but it's also there to help you solve the puzzle. He's going to ask me to wish list the game something. Here's an important concept you're going to need here. It's the delay function. Ah. What is a delay? Well, it's a thing that delays and then receives a blip of power, apparently. So, right, okay, so if we want to turn on the switch, we can't hold this button down. We need the delay to open it so that I can toggle it. Except that's too quick. What if we held the button down? And then it delays the power long enough. Okay, I understand. Congrats! One of Albatross Tech's most important pieces of equipment seems to have been sabotaged and needs to be repaired. Will you take on this task? Sure. That's the spirit. I knew I could count on you. So I need a delay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Now, for what reason do we need the delay, right? Obviously, we need to be able to power this generator. But we also need to be able to power this toggle switch? I'm just experimenting. Okay, so that's right. That's just going to power this switch, but we need to also switch it on. Okay, I get it. So what we're going to do is we just need to turn the generator on. That's all we need to do. Is I'm going to hold this on for a second. Then we need to disconnect this and then turn it. Yeah, okay, there we go. So now that generator is on, we can do what we really need to do, which is to open up that. Now we need to be able to do the same thing again, basically. So we're going to connect this to that. That's the power, and then we will hold for a second, and then very quickly. Oh, except that's not going to work. I guess we don't need that like that, right? We could really just connect these two and then just hold this button down. There's definitely some interesting things going on in this game. They're not as interesting as I thought. I definitely thought there's gonna be a bit more like logic circuit-y, but I don't know how to put it other than that. But I think it'll definitely get more complicated. I'll show you the basics of how to control them. Was there something else there that I missed? Create. So we're creating some robots. So the robot runs over. Runs over. We can turn this on, and then what do we do? So this button actually tells the robot to go forward. Gotcha. And then back. Okay, so we have different inputs. Okay, so we have inputs actually like commanding and controlling things. So let's just like spawn one. Then we can undo that. Then we will... What does that switch do, I wonder? Back. I guess it turns it around. So actually we want that to be the push button. And then we want this to be the, like, just turn on. So like we have it turn around and then it's still moving forward. Okay. Okay, so interesting. We've got a metronome that outputs a signal every time it ticks. Okay, I understand. Sort of. I kind of understand what we're doing here. Ah, that's clever. So we can use the metronome to power this generator, which is like a toggle on, toggle off. And then we could use that to use for this elevator. Interesting, gotcha. But here's the issue is, how are we gonna control this robot? I guess we only care about forward. We don't really care about switch, right? Yeah, okay. That's really clever. Don't do everything by hand. You're gonna have to learn to automate things a bit. See that big red button? You'll need it to start and stop the machine. No more wiring while the simulation is running. Oh. Okay, yeah, this is more the style of puzzles that I was expecting. Okay, so this play button runs this part of the simulation. So we need this metronome to do much the same as we were doing before. I guess it's just teaching us that certain puzzles are going to be like automated. Like you can't can't really like alter them. This was the kind of game I was expecting, a little bit more like Incredible Machine. With like, you know, logic wiring. Looks like you've caught on. You should be able to manage on your own. We don't have a big play button now. What is this? Oh, it's a door. Okay. So we need to have that door open. Okay. We need our little robot friend to be able to block this laser, and then that will open that. Gotcha. Then we can use this to turn on this generator. And then we can use that generator. We just have a switch. What is this? Oh, secrets. Vote for the dismissal of Raven Oswald to limit the company's exposure 9 votes to 1. Decision validated. The dismissal will take effect on 14th November. Provide a security team should the individual concerned refuse. Okay, we got lore. We got deep lore. So we want to turn that on. And then we want to... I'm just thinking here. I need to have this do something automated, so we're gonna have this push the robot forward. Nope, that was incorrect actually. Okay, let's get the robot back where it was. Just turn the robot around. So I need... Oh, first of all, we can have this generator do something. Let's have the generator open that switch. I need the robot to move forward automatically. I think what I need to do is just like have this button set up and then have this commanding the robot forward. And then we use this button and then everything else should work. There's probably an easier and quicker, more efficient way of doing that, but I did it the way I did it. By Kane, what on earth is that? Is that a bomb? Quickly do something. You have 7 seconds before the explosion. Please hurry, time's running out, and we're risking major property damage, not to mention the employees. You have 7 seconds before the explosion. Really? Oh, I see. So, well, I don't know which way that this switch operates. So I need this switch to be able to turn on. I'm assuming I need all 3 of these to be turned on. How am I going to do that? There's only 2 output signals and one of them is toggled. I guess we do have 3 output signals. Maybe we only need to turn them on once. Detonate. So I guess I lucked out with the switch, because that's if it was up, then it would. I guess up is usually the universal for like it's on. Okay, this is what we need, and then we can turn this on over here, and now that's all 3 of them. I clearly did not understand the assignment. Does it just need all those 3 inputs so I can push this button? Okay, so then let's we're just gonna activate all 3 of those again. Was that it? What? Why did it work this time? What? I actually want to restart that again, just to understand, like, what was I supposed to do? Turn that off. No, sorry, turn that on. And then switch that so that generator is on. Was that maybe the generator wasn't on the first time I did it? That might be it. Yeah, I just didn't have power on all 3 inputs. That's all it was. I was right to believe in your abilities. So we have set and reset. I am familiar with these functions. So how are we going to use these? So first of all, turn that on so that we have a button. We should be able to set. Oh, that's it. We just needed to disconnect the generator. They've put them all over the place. I'm counting on you for this one. Okay. We have 5 minutes to solve this puzzle. So we can't disconnect this, or maybe we can. We're going to turn that on so that we have a second power output. It's funny how we could connect up the detonate. Looks like this guy up here is an output. Maybe I'm wrong about that. So we want to turn on set. Except reset is constantly receiving a power, so we need to undo that. We can untoggle that, and then we can disconnect that. Now we turn on set. So we have 1 power output. We have 2 power outputs. We need a third, and there it is. It's that button. Perfect. Easy. You finished the demo. Coming features, it looks like level creator, which is, I always enjoy when a game provides a level developer, like a editor, so that you know, after you finish the campaign, people can make their own. People tend to make very, very challenging, very difficult puzzles, but that can be fun too. This is cool. I like this, actually. It's not quite what I assumed, but that's okay. This is Linkito. If you want to check it out for yourself, definitely check out the link in the description. And, you know, hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.